How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Marchant Chevrolet. My name is Chad, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2019 all-new redesigned body style Chevy Silverado. This is a 1500 series truck, LT with two-wheel drive and the V8 under the hood. As we take our time today, we'll look at the exterior, interior, under the hood, and the back, and the wheels. And if anything else comes around, we'll check it out as well. So stay with us, and let's have a good time while doing this walk-around review here today at Marchant Chevrolet. So to start out right here in the front end of the Silverado with the 5.3 liter V8 under the hood, let's take a look at it. You know, it definitely has a really aggressive look in the front, and it definitely looks a lot wider than previous versions of the Silverado. It is bigger, and that's what's been said. So with that being said, you can just kind of tell by looking at it right now. Now here's our key, right here. This is a smart key that you'll get on a LT Silverado, which is really nice. Some of the features that this smart key will do for you is, number one, it's going to do a remote start. Lock the vehicle, hold the button down for 5 seconds, and now it's cranked up. You know, I really enjoyed just now watching it do a little rumble and side-to-side movement. That was pretty sweet. Also, it may be a little tough to see, but right here on the right and left up under those headlights, there's some LED daytime running lights right there that look really nice. So, what else do you have that does this key right here? It also has a power tailgate in the back where you can click that 2 times to drop down your power tailgate. Another great feature offered by Chevy on the new 2019 Silverado. So let's take a look under the hood of the Silverado. Now there is a couple different engines available for this truck, and you'll be seeing those on the screen right now. Also, you'll notice that there will be a turbo version, a turbo diesel version of this truck coming very soon. So for all y'all that are really interested in buying a diesel 1500 series Silverado, it's coming, folks, and it's been a long time, and I know a lot of y'all been wanting it, but it is on the way. And other brands are already putting theirs out. Ford just released their 1500 series F-150, and Ram released theirs last year. So it's only a matter of time before Chevy puts theirs out on the market. Now you may be wondering how much horsepower is behind the Chevy Silverado 5.3 liter V8. Here you go. How much torque? Here you go. So just a little bit above the 350 range there, going on horsepower and torque. I'm sure in the near future, as this truck keeps progressing over the next year or so, you will have a lot more power and a lot more versions of things coming available. And there's always aftermarket things you can do to your truck as well to increase the horsepower and torque ratings. Well, the headlights are definitely beautiful. Wow. I'm just loving that look. And as you kind of look up into there like I'm doing right now, you can tell that those are LED headlights inside of there. And you have your LED daytime running light right here, which looks pretty good. You have your blinkers here, which are just traditional halogen bulbs right there. So not too bad. Let's go ahead and move around and take a look at the rest of the vehicle. So let's take a look at the side body, and before we get kind of rolling through here, we're going to take a look at our rims on the LT. These are 18-inch in size. You got Michelin's with a 265/65 series wrapped onto an 18, like we just said. Beautiful silver rim. Pretty big calipers back there for your brakes. You have kind of a felt or kind of a carpeted material on the inside in here, so no heavy-duty plastic or any kind of spray-in, you know, rhino lining or anything like that. I believe that that carpeting type on here is to help with the sound deadener, possibly. So I've seen that on higher-end luxury vehicles, and it's interesting to see that on a truck now. You do have a small mud flap here and one on the back side. There's the side body looking pretty good. The Silverado logo looks pretty nice right there up top with the beautiful blue skies ahead, right? Wow. It has taken me some time to get used to the logo right up there on the fender, but I'm finally starting to really like it now that I'm seeing it in this angle here. Looks really great. And it does help to keep the side body of the truck nice and clean without a bunch of logos and graphics on the side. So I think that's Chevrolet's thought process on that, is to clean up the side of the truck, because just about every other truck company out there, Ram and Ford, not sure on Toyota, they all seem to put, you know, 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel here or this and that there, and the Ram logo here. So Chevy's definitely doing something a little different here with the logo right there on the fender. You got your chrome on your mirror. No lights at all on this particular mirror on your LT. Our ST had some LED lights right here that shined outward. No puddle lights underneath, no cameras or anything like that. So again, for all that high-tech stuff, we're going to have to wait and see what's to be offered when we get a Premier package, or as they used to say, the LTZ. Side body is pretty flat though for the most part, as you can see. Does not really, the fender flares really don't flare out all that much. If you watch my Chevy Colorado versus Silverado video, you'll see what I'm talking about a little more in depthly there. These have definitely gotten larger in 2019. Just a bigger spot to put your foot on both sides. Lights, of course, are new design, how that rolls in. Still halogen, no LED taillights at all on the back of this particular Silverado. It's nice to see the Chevy logo right there in the back. Silverado on the bottom with the Marchant Chevrolet in gold. Tow package. No backup sensors in back bumper, okay? I'm not seeing any sensors. We do have a camera and an LED tail light, or LED backup light. And then we do have a pretty much standard, I'm assuming, power tailgate, which folds down nice and smoothly there. And really doesn't weigh a whole lot. Just do like that, boom, back up. But again, there's no handle to pull down on to drop down the tailgate. Maybe they'll do that on a work truck. I'm really not sure. Feel free to go in the comment section if you can share some information that you found out with us. LT logo here. But again, that's the back side of the truck. Definitely has a good look about it. It really does. I mean, I'm really starting to like it a lot more. From the first day to now going, let's see, Thursday or Friday. So it's been about 4 or 5 days now since I've seen it for the first time. It's really started to grow on me now. I'm liking it. I also like this right up top here. It's almost like a spoiler coming off the back of the truck. You see that? That looks pretty good. Now I love how it's just got a nice sharp point here, and that third brake light with lights that shine down here are pretty bright. Or just looks good, doesn't it? It really does. Back window, I like the design, the angles and all. It just gives it a really boxy kind of look. This is what it looks like with no spray in bedline or anything at all. You do have LED lights, as you can see right over there. There is no button in the back though, so you'll be cutting those lights on from the interior cabin. But it is nice to see some LED lights even on the LT version of the Silverado. So definitely getting some nice standard upgrades for 2019 on this truck. Not a lot of reviewers will open up the gas area, but there's what it looks like. It is a capless, so you don't have to unscrew it anymore. And again, when the diesel truck comes available, they already got it set up here so you can put the diesel AdBlue fluid or whatnot in there. Okay, so you got that going on there. No cap, it's capless. Pretty sweet, right? Definitely keeps your hands from getting so dirty. The Maroni label here, which may be a little tough to see, but I'll read off some of the information. The 5.3 liter V8 Ecotec with a 8-speed automatic transmission is providing 23 on the highway, 17 city for average combined of 19 mile per gallon. A truck like this retails out at $45,080. Okay, so it started standard vehicle price $39,300. When you add on the All-Star Edition package, is $28,15. Engine, the 5.3 liter V8 is a $1395 option added on there. $300 for the 18-inch wheels and $275 for the trailer brake controller. When you add all that stuff in, that's a $4,785 in total options. That puts your price after destination charges and all that stuff, $45.80. It shows here though, it's hard to see, but it says All-Star Edition discount $500. So they've actually dropped that down a little bit there for you. Not too bad. One thing that Marchant Chevrolet has always been really big on is selling all their new trucks, even in 2019 that just came in last week, for 98 over invoice. So if they had any dealer incentives or rebates, they'd be on here. Right now, there's not any available that we know of. Upfront invoice pricing, no closing fees, no dock fees, no admin fees, no aspirin needed at all. And then this sticker here says no dealer add-ons. This vehicle has no ADP, added dealer profit sticker, rust-proofing, paint sealant, undercoating, closing, dock fees, etc. Such items are used to mislead customers, giving more markup to selling dealer. Beware. So that's great stuff there, and that shows you why Marchant Chevrolet is different from all the other Chevy stores in town. All right, everybody, let's hop in on the inside of the new Silverado, check out the interior. Again, I am 6'1", 215, so we'll see how the headroom and legroom and all that stuff goes once we get in here. So, door panel, synthetic wood trim, power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, plenty of cubby hole spots. All that stuff's always been great on a Chevrolet. Also got power seat options, even with cloth interior and lumbar support. 10-way power seat. Pretty good looking cloth seats in here, black with the gray stitching. And I like how it has a denim look, or maybe that really is denim right there, which I've always kind of liked. I've always wondered why trucks don't put actual blue denim in their seating and stuff like that. Wouldn't that look so cool? I mean, nothing wrong with a good old pair of Wrangler jeans and your Chevy Silverado. So to go ahead and get out the headroom and legroom part right out of the way, we'll just go ahead and do it right now. Headroom's fine. I mean, take my hat off. You can see I have a ton of headroom. I mean, I know I'm not super tall, like 6'5" or anything. 6'1" is about average height nowadays on a man. And plenty of headroom in here. Plenty of leg room as well, as you can see there. Not bad. You know, there's no center console that wraps all up and through here. So you don't have to worry about your legs rubbing up on anything. It's just a nice big open area there. So I think headroom and legroom are fine in the front, and I know they're fine in the back. So here's our steering wheel for 2019. Looks pretty good. Cruise control here, heated steering wheel button there, voice command here. You can cut your phone off there if you want to hang up, and you can use these buttons here to control that center screen right there. So not too bad. On the left-hand side, you have your lighting, your light for the back of the truck back there. You have a dimmer here for the interior lights, and then you have some different options here, snow and sport modes, and then a trailer button there. That doesn't do anything. I like the polished aluminum type trim here, and then it has a synthetic leather there with stitching, your handle on your A-pillar. And then in here, you know, nothing really new about the inside of here for 2019. But, you know, I've seen people say online, oh, you know, it's just old technology in there. Well, I mean, what all do you want, folks? I mean, tachometer, speedometer, and all your gauges for oil, water, temperature, gas, and battery. And an LCD screen through the middle. I mean, of course, this is what you'll get on an LT. If you want a big digital dash and all LCD and all that kind of stuff and a built-in big old computer sitting right there, then you're going to have to bump up to a Premier package or something that's really decked out. And again, I think this is just fine and dandy for your LT package. Again, everybody wants to be price conscious on buying vehicles nowadays, and everybody's saying online, you know, trucks, the prices of them are rising. Well, that's because they're adding so much technology to all these new vehicles. So there has to be a price, you know, the price has to go up as they add more things on. It wouldn't go down, would it? No, not so much. The screen in here looks good. The colors look great. You know, of course, it's touch screen. You got your home button there. Radio on the left. You could have your phone on the right. If you had nav in here, you could have that on there. But, I mean, this is all really nice. Audio, phone, Wi-Fi, of course, built-in 4G. Settings, OnStar, trailer lights, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I mean, people have been asking for these things for quite some time. You got them. I mean, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I think they had that even on previous years, but still, those are two great things, and some vehicles out there don't have those things. So it's nice to have. Backup camera, put it in reverse, and there's your camera view right there. Now, of course, there's not like a 360 camera view or any extra cameras on the vehicle. That's just your traditional backup camera. But hey, you got it. It looks good. The colors look great. You got your guidelines there and all that. And if you needed to hook up a trailer, you got some information for that. It shows the line right there as well. So that's pretty sweet. Put it back in park. The camera stays on until you get to about 5 miles an hour. But in this case, since it's in park, it goes back to our regular screen, which is nice. Audio controls here. Home button there. climate control here. It is dual climate control, so that's great to have. You do have heated seats, okay? And you do got, well, that's pretty sweet. I thought we had cooled seats in here, but I guess you can do this side on the right is just for heated on the back, and that side does the bottom and the back. And you got the same preferences on the right side, on the passenger side there. No cooled seats in here though, unfortunately, but I'm sure you can get cooled on different versions or different trim levels. Start stop engine button is all the way down here. You know, I think before it was up in this area somewhere, or maybe up in this area somewhere, but it's right there. You got the column shifter right here. You do not have, again, a center console like on your Ford truck where you're going to be shifting here, or still doing it there, but a huge center console. Chevy's giving you this as your center console, and for some people this is just fine. What's nice about it is it does it can be used as a center seat right here. Now I don't know too many people that got people sitting right in the center, but some people out there every once in a while might need to get somebody in, and they can sit them right in the center right there. So it's extra seating for you if you need it. There is more cubby hole spots and things like that, cup holders here, and you got a spot to throw things up there. It does open up, which is nice. There's no outlets, no lights or anything in there. And this does come up, and then this opens up and you got more storage right there. How about that? So that's pretty cool. I'm liking that. Very clean. It's a nice design for what it is, okay? So anyways, that's pretty good. I think Chevy did okay with that. You do got two glove boxes right here. You got one up top. You got one on the bottom. This one does lock, that one does not. Another handle on the A-pillar. The only thing that I thought about the truck that I wish they did have for was something for these right here, for these sunglasses. But again, you got all this storage right up in this area here. You got a spot right up there. So I think they're pretty much thinking, you know, you got plenty of room to store sunglasses if you need to. And you just got this here. You got your interior LED lights. Okay. OnStar. And some stuff like that. So anyways, pretty good. That's the front of the truck in a nutshell. All right, let's go take a look in the back. Of course, headroom and legroom is always important in the back of a truck. Door opens up nice and wide. Handles here to help you get in and get out. There's your back seats. Now, I will tell you, when we get in here, let me show you around a little bit in the back of this LT Silverado for 2019. First off, a lot of legroom, and that is nice. The back seat's pretty comfortable. You got a spot to throw tablets and iPads, maps, or magazines, or whatever you want to throw in there, blueprints. Handle here, window button there, a little bit of storage down there. Plenty of room to rest your arm here. Coat hanger up there. Lights up here. Another coat hanger over there. Your air vents. Finally, we got air vents in the back. Now, I've been complaining about that for quite some time. Finally got air vents. Now, I can tell you, some people, including myself, have mentioned that these air vents are a little low to the ground. Well, maybe they are, but guess what, folks? Just a big thank you to Chevy for just adding air vents back here, because I can feel the air blowing right up on me right now. You also have two USB ports and a 12 volt right there. So again, you couldn't, they couldn't put the air vents up higher on this particular truck because this right here is not a big center console like you have on a Ford. Okay, it's a center seat slash armrest cup holders storage area. So that's why those vents are down there, but they did a great job of just adding them in. So if you're worried about your legs getting cold, just take the vents and blow them up this way like I'm doing now, and you can feel it just fine. The only thing that I wish they had back here was an armrest for myself, okay? Again, there is no armrest at all back here on this LT with cloth. The RST that we filmed that had cloth interior did have an armrest, or a cup rest as I called it, because it held cups better than it probably held your arm. But again, it would be nice to have something coming down right here to rest my arm at. I've heard people tell me before, well, you know, if you don't want, you don't want an armrest on your truck, you won't complain about it, you know what I'm saying? All these people just mumbling about that kind of stuff. Well, listen, folks, I'm just saying it needs an armrest, all right? You get in the truck and go on a long drive in the back and see how you feel. Now, we can accommodate for that. If I bought this truck and didn't have an armrest, I could stick some pillows back here and rest my arm, and we'd be just good to go. So we could work that out if we need to. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, it's not a deal breaker, but it would be nice to have one, that's all. And it would be nice to have the actual the things that open up right here for storage behind this seat that the RST had, because it did show me that even with a cloth seat or leather seat, they made that really cool way to open this up and have some storage inside of that seat there. I thought that was really cool. So Ford definitely went over and beyond with that, but I do not know why they just don't add it in standard on most of the trucks. But again, like I said, there's got to be ways to cut costs so the price isn't super high on just an LT version. Other than that, headroom's fine. Plenty of headroom, plenty of legroom. We are good to go. We don't have a window that opens and closes though, all right? So that's one thing I've noticed. I haven't seen one that opens and closes yet. I don't even think the RST had a back window that opens and closes. So, but how often are you really, guys that drive trucks or ladies, can you please tell me in the comment section, how often are you using that back window? And what purpose does it really make? Other than if you got your dog back there throwing it a bone, or, throwing a Coca-Cola can back there. I really, or maybe the kids are riding back there and you're out there camping or something. I get it. But how often really are you using the back window to open and close, other than maybe cruising around at the beach or something like that? I don't know. It's so hot outside, I'd rather just keep the windows up and keep the cool air in. So all in all, I think the new 2019 Chevy Silverado 1500 series is a nice truck. It's bigger, it's larger, it's got new features on it, and it definitely looks pretty good. I think now is a great time to come out and buy you one before everybody else has one on the road, because I tell you one thing, folks, once the word gets around about this new truck and people start seeing them on the highways, they will be coming and buying them. Our RST version one that we just had a couple days ago has already sold. I was out here today looking for it so I could pull it up next to this one, and it's already gone. So that tells you, folks, even us out here in the country, just 15 minutes south down Savannah Highway past the Citadel Malls, we're going to sell a truck within a couple days after it comes in. So if you're thinking about the price and you say, I just don't want to spend over $40,000 for an LT Silverado, or I don't want to spend 50 or 60 on higher trim level versions. Well, let me tell you something, folks. If you live in the Carolinas and you do want a Chevy Silverado, come here to Marchant Chevy and save yourself some money. If you are money conscious, why would you go to these other big Chevy stores that are going to charge you for dealer admin fees, doc fees, and all these dealer add-ons? Okay? Why not come out here and see us right here in the country, 15 minutes south off Savannah Highway in Charleston, and come test drive on the country roads and work with car sales guys that know these trucks and have been selling them for 20 to 30 years. I'd say this would be my first stop. It wouldn't be my last. It'd be my first, and then my last stop would be pulling up in my driveway, showing my family that new Silverado. We'll see you soon, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name's Chad, and thank you to everybody that's joined with us here at Marchant Chevy and Charleston Car Videos. We'll see you then. A little bonus footage for you, right? One thing we haven't done with this truck yet is we have not driven it. So let's take it through a ride through the parking lot here. We'll go out behind the store back there where they got a little road, and we'll give it a little gas and see how she feels. It says we got an open door. Now we got a closed door. So anyways, it's in drive. I will tell you one thing that's nice on this truck is the AC is really cold. I mean, not that any truck nowadays isn't going to have a cold AC, but I'm having a hard time finding the fan adjust buttons. Let's see what we got here. Well, there we go. So anyways, nice cold AC. And the cabin's nice inside of here. It's nice and big. Earlier I was talking about this against the Chevy Colorado, and at first I thought it kind of looked like Colorado, but then today as I pulled the two trucks up next to each other, I'm like, this is a Silverado, definitely not no Colorado. So it really does have its own unique look about it, and I like how Chevy has done it. There's some work truck Silverados out there if you can see them a little bit. I did look on the Chevy website last night and seen some seen some pictures of the work truck with the front end, and it looks good. It really does. This new front end looks nice, even on a work truck. So I think you'll be happy to see when the 2500 series and 3500s and all the bigger size HD trucks come out. I think you'll really enjoy that new front end and everything it offers on the newer bodies, or the newer bigger trucks as well. Anyways, my battery's about to die, so I don't know how long we got, but let's just give it a little thrust here. 5.3 liter V8. I can't go too fast because I don't want the rocks to sling all up on the side of the truck, but definitely feels nice. See, there's the previous body style right there. That's your 2018s. And you know, it's just got to grow on you. That's all. This is the beginning times of us filming these trucks. But people buying them already. I mean, people are already picking up these 2019s and getting them from the dealerships. I am really liking the new GMC Sierra with their new redesign. I mean, it looks good. GMC trucks, they're nice. They're just as nice as a Chevy truck, maybe even a little nicer. It is a, you know, GMC. And I've always wondered, you know, I'm like, why do people buy GMCs over Chevys? But you know, again, I think it's just preference, like people buying Dodges and Toyotas and Fords. All right, everybody, that's about it for today, though. I appreciate y'all watching. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to go down in the comment section and send us a comment. I'd love to hear what you got to say. And let me know. If you go out and buy yourself a new Silverado, send us a message. If you live in Charleston and went and bought a new Silverado and you're watching one of our videos, I'd love to come out and do a review with the actual Chevy Silverado owner on the new one. So reach out to me. I'd love to talk with you. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you soon.